It is my deepest honor and privilege to invite our guest speaker and musician up, Summer Osborne, who I've been mentioning I heard originally at Unity Village. She's an award-winning American singer-songwriter, artist, activist, motivational speaker, spiritual collaborator, who entertains audiences throughout North America with a fusion of music and spoken word. Her platform is creating space for humanity to heal and grow while facilitating the shift that she calls a spiritual revolution. And she is a love, so get ready, get set.
Good morning. I'm so excited. And I just love Trish. You have such a beautiful spirit, and you need to know that, to tell you that. Got it, under control, calm down. Okay. I'm so excited. The acoustics in here and the full grand piano is what I'm mostly excited about. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Summer Osborne. Most people look at me, they can't tell that I'm a lesbian. I know. They think I'm a dude. Okay, and then I open my mouth, and a few hand gestures later, they're like, oh, that guy's gay. Okay. But, I'm just... What they don't know is I'm a gay black man trapped in a white lesbian's body. And don't try to figure that out because it's complicated. But really, I'm all genders. I'm all sexualities. I represent the L, the G, the B, the T, the Q, the I, the elemental P, everything outside and around and in between. I represent humanity. I do not come to you from an exclusive organized religion, but I'm full of soul and spirit. And I'm all the colors of the rainbow. Therefore, I'm the bright, bright light of love. And so are you, so are you, so are you, and all of you. Welcome to the Summer Osborne experience. Various names with limitless bounds, or carrying their beginnings from fruitless grounds. I came from the dust and made such a sound that all the gods and goddesses had to make the trip down to earth to see what they had in me. Ages upon ages, I studied the laws of life and how love could be supported. In one life I was born and raised an unwanted child, and in the next I was aborted. Oh, grace comes swiftly yet undefined. You can name her, but you cannot assign all the extraordinary places she calls home. Grace comes on her. Oh, grace comes on her. Oh, grace comes on her. Oh, yeah. So listen up closely, 'cause I've got a message for you. I've been given the gift of music because music is what people listen to. We all have a common purpose, regardless of the hand you've been dealt. You did not come here to fix a broken world. You came here to learn to love yourself. Oh, grace comes swiftly yet undefined. You can't name her, but you cannot assign all the extraordinary places she calls home. Grace comes on her. Oh, too much time. They told you you had to suffer to be sure, when you only have to smile. You only have to smile to be sure. You only have to smile to know. You only have to smile. You only have to, but you cannot assign all the extraordinary places. She calls her grace comes on her. Oh, grace comes on her. Oh, grace comes on her. Oh. The Unity of Denver. So, my platform from which I speak, sing, live, whatever, is a spiritual revolution. Because I believe that's what we're experiencing now in this time. Hydrate. Denver makes my mouth so dry. Let me explain what I mean when I say that, though. Not a revelation like a revolt. Revelation like a turn. Okay? Like the Industrial Revolution. Pre-Industrial Revolution, there was some industry. A little bit, not a lot. And it seemed like overnight, it like took a turn and was like, industry everywhere, right? And we've had a technological revolution. We're kind of still in it, I think, maybe. We take in new thoughts and ideas for everything, almost everything known to humankind. Industry, technology, medicine, ethics, education, economics, music, entertainment, even politics. The one thing we still look at archaically is religion. And this causes us an interesting issue where we have a split in ideology and an advance in technology. So we'll disagree on some very fundamental things, use an ancient religion to back it up, and then we have the most modern ways of annihilating each other over it. A spiritual revolution asks us to reassess everything we thought we already knew. Spiritual from the Latin spiritus, to breathe. What gives you breath? To expand, to release. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. A spiritual revolution is asking us to reassess everything we thought we already knew. It's part of our evolution, right? You know, our most modern train system uses standard gauge or track width. It uses a standard track width. It uses that standard because the British moved over here and it was a British standard, so they built railways. Well, it was a British standard because they already had the carriage tools to make that axle size. And they made that axle size for their carriages to fit the grooves that were already in the roads. Well, British roads used to be Roman roads. Chariots made those grooves. Chariots were sized for 2 horses. So our most modern transportation cannot escape what was perfect for 2 horses. Just like our thinking is shaped by old thoughts. We continue down millennia-old ruts without even realizing that the reason for the rule has disappeared. good and bad, right and wrong. These are words made up by people that we attach qualities to. These qualities change over time and space, from culture to culture, from generation to generation. At some point, you have to realize the truth is fluid. You know, I could just say whatever the hell I want, or I could shut my mouth. Mama said, if it ain't nice, it's a better idea to just think twice. It's your First Amendment, girl, but don't wear it out. It's the acquisition to the proposition built up of the politics and pieces of old-time religion. And no offense, but there's no sense in calling it God. When you call a church a building, the consequence of filling it up with people willing to buy it, what they're selling is you won't get no Jesus at all. Oh, you won't get no Jesus at all. We needed evolution, revolution for the love of love. They knew a constitution, a proclamation for emancipation from the self-imposed hell of an ego-driven nation. I will reach out and touch you even when you tell me not to, 'cause I believe when push comes to shove, we all suffer from a lack of real love. And I watch us do the same things over and over again and make a mess of it. Mama said, what's a probable cause? Stop beating your head against that wall. It's not about where you fell, it's where you slipped. And the problematic issue with dogmatic inquisition, it is makes you rigid to the love already given. Your projections are misassigned, self-fulfilled. When the spell that you've been under crashes with the thunder, you stop to look around and it makes you wonder, why have you been running uphill? Oh, why do you keep running uphill? We needed evolution, revolution for the love of love. They knew Constitution, a proclamation for emancipation from the self-imposed hell of an ego-driven nation. I will reach out and touch you even when you tell me not to, 'cause I believe when push comes to shove, we don't suffer from a lack of real love. Love is patient, love is kind, does not judge, it is not blind. I was lost, now I see real love comes from me. From the self-imposed hell of an ego-driven nation. I will reach out and touch you even when they tell me not to, 'cause I believe when push comes to shove, we don't suffer from a lack of real love. So, things are weird, right? Like, I don't know if you've been paying attention. I don't know how we could pay attention to all the things. I don't think that our human bodies were made to hold all of this information all at one time, right? Things are crazy out there. Because change is hard, right? We're in the middle of a transition. And we could say it's challenging, but really you and I both, it's a crap show, right? It's a circus out there. And it feels like we're moving backwards, right? Doesn't it sometimes? Okay, good news, guys. No, we're not. Because that's not how time moves. Okay? Kind of like Mercury retrograde. Yeah? Looks like it's moving backwards, but it's not, because that's not how planets move. If they did, we'd be thrown off the planet. There's a space, just a small little moment, where the egg is no longer considered an egg, but it's not quite yet a chick. Like a really like the space where the seed is no longer considered a seed, but it's not quite yet a plant. We call this space the void, or the nothingness. It's something we can't wrap our minds around. I'm not going to say that because I'm not entirely sure, and I didn't vet that information, but like, what's really happening in that space is splitting and spilling, and atoms are fusing into molecules, cells are dividing. There is a explosion of energy and electricity. What's really happening in that space is chaos. It's the chaos of complete transformation. There's a type of pain that issues warning to go to the doctor and fix it. Then there's the type of pain that is necessary to issue a new birth. The labor pains of a new birth. And it's scary. And it's painful. But it's part of the process. Yeah? So it's important that we get right with Jesus, align your chakras, squeegee your third eye. You know? We need to get grounded and centered before we go out there trying to slay dragons, because we're all walking around with double-edged swords. It just means, be still. You're right where you're supposed to be. Okay, it's not like you're looking for your path. Okay? It's that one day you're going to look back and you're going to realize that you've been on it all along. Lying on my bed, my pillow's at my feet. It seems my head is in the wrong place if I'm trying to sleep. I figure if I stay this way, I'll float into another day. And the separateness of yesterday will cease to be the back and forth of then and now. It convolutes my mind. I know that I will get there if I just let go of time. But time is an illusion that just gives us excuses not to try. Oh, be still and know you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Be still and know if you weren't supposed to, then you wouldn't be. And what could have been really couldn't have, because what is just is. You can't change that. Be still. Be still and know. People come and people go like colored strands of yarn. In and out, they weave about without much regard for the role they play in destiny. We're so much bigger than we see. It's a never-ending tapestry that comes to life. It's easier for me to love without explaining why. I do it because my heart decides love is undefined, and limits just don't represent the complicated picture it's designed. Oh, be still and know you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Be still and know if you weren't supposed to, then you wouldn't be. And what could have been really couldn't have, because what is just is, you can't change it. Be still, and know. I'm a little ADHD. I'm a lot ADHD. So, I'm trying to remember the words, just give me a second. Got it. Just like a melody, it soothes and burns, but in between the notes, the timing is always the same. So you're better off just listening, enjoy the song's entirety, and the symmetry will just fall into place. The symmetry will just fall into place. The symmetry will just fall into place. Baby, then you wouldn't be. And what could have been really couldn't have, is what is just is. You can't change that. Be still and know. Thanks for coming along with that ride. I'm singing, and I look out, I'm like, oh, I like her pants, or like, she has a great smile, and then I forget where I am, and then, you know. Hold on, I'm moving to the piano. Nope. Okay. There's one there. Because John's the goat. Look, the sound guy can make or break you. He a professional. So, when we were born into this life, we weren't given an instruction manual on how to navigate it, right? So we come into this world with no experience, no knowledge of it, and we're taught how to be human by all the people around us. Our parents and our nuclear family, our friends, school, church, the internet. Look, I'm right in the age group where I can do the internet, but I can't figure out Snapchat. So whatever. But like, we try to make sense of our world, right? By the things we experience, our experience and our exposure. And we try to connect A to B to C, this idea of cause and effect from a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old perspective. Thus creating foundation of how we see ourselves and our place in this world. So now, through no fault of our own, really, we have an entire planet of people who view their model of the world through a set of core beliefs that are faulty. A spiritual revolution is asking us to unlearn some things. It's time to unlearn some things. Unlearn that the measure of love is loss. That your test scores measure your worth. No. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Both of you. And any other small person. What do you say? That's right, because that's Gen A. Okay? Generation A, I'm here for it. They're honey badgers. I don't know if you know what that means. Look it up. But where was I? ADD? Generation A. Huh? Generation A. Right. Unlearn things. Unlearn things. Okay? You know, you are a being of light. Remember that. Do you know what that means? It means that you're not broken and you can never be destroyed. And one of these days you're going to wake up a little different, if you haven't already. And you're going to realize that it'd be in your highest, bestest interest to recognize the role that you play in the collective. Okay? And when that day comes, that's the day you'll realize that you are not separate. Because the truth is, when you were born with the potential of the entire spectrum. Even as you sit here now, you hold the potential of the entire spectrum. But someone a long, long time ago told you otherwise, and you believed them. Unlearn the limitations that we are so conditioned to believe. And don't forget to be kind to yourself. Forget what they told you. Forget what they said. Forget all the lies and the stories that you make up in your head. 'Cause it ain't a question of things working out. Everything will unfold as it does without doubt. But you survived your life up to this point. Every obstacle and disappointment. So don't try to pretend that this is the end. You are so much more than you give yourself credit for. So take it easy, baby. It's okay. Everything's a cycle, and this too shall pass away. So do what you can for the moment, but you're weary with help. And don't forget to be kind to yourself. Oh, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Oh, yeah. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're lost. Maybe you worry about the future or the past for what it cost. But did you know you have all that you need? Every tool required to set yourself free. If you want it, go get it. The time is now. You only take what you allow. So don't try to pretend that this is the end. You are so much more than you give yourself credit for. So take it easy, baby. It's okay. Everything's a cycle, and this too shall pass away. So do what you can for the moment, but you're weary and with forget to be kind to yourself. Oh, don't forget to be kind to yourself. You're pushing too hard against this storm. But if there were a drought, you'd be praying for rain. Babe, don't you know that is what your feet are for? To stand still until the storm passes by, or dig a new well when the water runs dry. Balance. That is what you're aiming for. So take it easy, baby. It's okay. Everything's a cycle, and this too shall pass away. So do what you can for the moment, but your worrying won't help. And don't forget to be kind to yourself. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Goodness, thank you. Oh my goodness. Do I have, where's it on time? Like, I have no concept of time. You have to understand.
You got 10 more minutes.
For real? Oh, I got you. Okay, I got a perfect one. Basically means next song. Darkness cannot drive out the darkness. Only light can do that. Who said that? I friggin' love you. I love community churches. They just get it, right? I don't have to try so hard to convince you. You're already there. You wouldn't believe how many people who don't know that.
Did you say the answer for everybody?
Well, they said it. Oh, Martin Luther King. I'm sorry. Did you not? Oh, sorry. I'm just like in my own world here. Just hanging out with them.
Ooh.
We, I know. Oh! I got a tune. Hold on. We tune because we care. Okay. Whoosh, whoosh. It also messes with my, Denver messes with my strings. Come on now.
The dryness?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have my humidipacks in there. Because I was at the airport last weekend, and they always stop me and search everything when I put those humidipacks in there. They think I'm like, it's like silica gel. It's not like, they don't ask about the electronics in there. Just, this is not working. So, summer, focus. Darkness cannot drive out, there it is, the darkness. Only the light can do that. Think about that for a second. You walk into a room, you turn on the light. You walk out of the room, you turn off the light. There's no dark switch. You either insert the light or you remove the light. You see a dark corner, you shine a flashlight on it, the dark has to go away. Darkness is not the force. Darkness has no place where light is. So you either insert insert light or you remove the light. And we have some problems going on in the world where because love, here I am, blah, blah, blah. Hate cannot drive out the hate. Only love can do that. And we have a problem where we're not inserting the love. We're not inserting the light. We're so busy drawing lines in the sand and, choosing a side, defending our side, reactions ricocheting off of reactions and erroneously assumed assumptions and misguided missiles of hate. We forgot to love. We forget to try that. Be the change you wish to see in the world, says Gandhi. Yeah. We put it on t-shirts and posters, memes. We say it to each other, and we make it so we feel all warm and fuzzy inside, but what we do well to remember that was intended on the end of that was no matter what. You want to see more love? Be loving, no matter what. You want to see more peace or feel more peace? Be peaceful, no matter what. And I will tell you that being peaceful is a choice. The only way you can call yourself peaceful is if you know you have the capacity to do great harm. Otherwise, you're harmless, and that's different. We all have the capacity and the ability to do great harm. We make choices to be peaceful. You either insert the peace or you remove the peace. You want to feel safe? Be a sanctuary, no matter what. Not if the conditions are right, but especially when they are not right. You cannot fight for peace. You cannot scream for silence. You cannot justify your anger by claiming to be right. Now, you may hit your mark by destroying the whole target. If you're trying to fight fire with fire, you're going to have to watch the whole thing burn. Seems I'm better off distracted when the world gets too conflicted, when all the words and all the actions don't seem to coincide. You see, nothing's more contractual than the micro of the macro. The world is a reflection of intention. Who we are inside. When money equals power, power is control. Control is taken with such force and put the bullet through your soul. Then we call our children bullies. We give them no excuse. Your preemptive strike is called strategy, but at home it's called abuse. You cannot fight for peace. You cannot scream for silence. Cannot justify your anger by claiming to be right. Oh, you make the turmoil by destroying the whole target. But if you're trying to fight fire with fire, you have to watch the whole thing burn. The definition of insane is repeatedly using blunt force, giving it a different name. Your planet, your people, your children, you can't see the forest or the trees. The actions you take to manipulate are killing all of these. I don't care where you have come from or where your allegiance lies. Can't you see this world is round and a circle has no side? You cannot find for peace. You cannot scream for silence. You cannot justify your anger by claiming to be right. Or you may hit your mark by destroying the whole target. But if you're trying to fight fire with fire, you have to watch the whole thing burn. It doesn't have to be this way. You and I both know there's got to be a better way. And I know your resistance to pain causes fear. It's not about a promise of heaven or hell. It's all about what's happening right now. You have a choice. This is the point to turn this all around. You cannot fight. You cannot fight. You cannot fight. Silence. You cannot justify your anger, claiming to be right. Oh, you make it over by destroying the whole target. But if you're trying to fight fire with fire, you have to watch the whole thing burn. Have to watch the whole thing burn. Just watch it all burn down. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Thank you. Unity. Denver. Yeah, no, listen, it's Pride Week.
Yes.
And some years ago, I met a young man named Matthew. And he instantly fell in love with my music because, like me, he was this activist for a better world, for more inclusive thing. What kind of word is thing? Anyway. So, you know, I saw him after my set, and he was like, sign my back. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, all the way up between my shoulder blades. And I said, okay, whatever. Because I've been working on my autograph since I was like in the 4th grade. So it was no big deal. Okay, I had this on lock. So he's like, I'd get it tattooed if I could. He was like 15, I don't know. And we were good friends. We kept in touch. He was gay as a spring frock. Okay? We were queer as they come, and he was doing big things in his little town of St. Clair, Missouri. I'm talking little. Look, my town is little, his town was littler. Because my town, I don't know what the population is, my town's only 7,000. And that includes the inmates at the correctional center. So, tiny little town. So then, you know, a few years later, his aunt called me, asked me to sing at his funeral. His father had beat him to death because he was gay. And I asked her, oh my God, what do I do? What do you want me to play? What do you want me to? And she was like, I know I know you'll get it, Skippy. She calls me Skippy. I call her Slappy. It's a thing. So I remember I had, 48 hours to figure out what I was going to do, and I was right at the 11th hour. It was the night before. I still didn't know what I was going to do. I knew it was going to be full of kids, teenagers. And I knew that Matthew was a special dude. I had no idea to what depths until I attended his funeral. When I finally asked him, I sat down the night before and I was like, out loud, I was like, Matthew, what do I do? What do you want? What do you want them to know? And this song fell out. 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. And this weekend is the 12th year anniversary of his death. And it is Pride Week. And this is why pride is still important. Because Matthew and Delicato, I can't have that kid die in vain. I can't, and I won't. So, that's where this song came from. Give me a second. I didn't realize that was going to hit me like that.
It happens every Sunday.
I don't usually, this is,
You need a tissue?
No, I'll just... This is what Matthew wanted you to know. You feel a burning in your chest. You know you're different than the rest. Sometimes it makes it feel like you could cry. When you're looking at the world through the heart that's on your sleeve, rather than your saline eyes. And sometimes it stops you in your tracks. And sometimes it scares you to death. And sometimes it makes it feel like you're pushing for nothing. But then everything gets quiet and the world moves in slow motion. And that little voice inside you whispers, do something. This is your call. You're born to be the one. The one who will inspire. Come out and start. Find you that shines brighter than the sun. And you will not fail. He will stand good. You will be brave. You're gonna be the difference between loving and resistance. So hear me when I say, you are able, you're willing, you're strong. This is your call. Yes. This is your call. You hear the thunder in your voice. You know you have no other choice but to open up your mouth and just let it fly. And you look down at your hands and you know the best laid plans are the ones that push you up from deep inside. They'll try to make you believe that you cannot question what you see. But you should just lay low. But no one's ever sown a seed without breaking up the ground. And no one's ever made history by settling for status quo. This is your call. You're called to be the one. The one who will inspire. Come out and start. Fire that shines brighter than the sun. And you will not fail. He will stand good. You will be good. You're gonna be the difference say. You are able, you're willing, you're strong. This is your call, yes. This is your call, yes. So be the love, and love will be. Be the change you want to see. Wear what makes you feel good, take who you want to prom, and I will sit with you till there's liberty and justice for all. This is your call, you're called to be the one who will inspire. Like now it's not fire, the second right hand is that. And you will not waver, you will stand tall, you will be great. You're gonna be the difference between loving and resistance. So hear me when I say, you are able, you're willing, strong. You are able, you're willing, and strong. You are able, willing, and strong. This is your call, yes. Listen to me, child, this is your call, yes. This is your call, this is your call, this is your call. This is your call, this is your call, this is your call.
Get down there and blow your nose. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you for bringing Matthew's story into this space and for sharing that. And for all of you for holding that and seeing that and feeling that. And that's why I brought you here, because when I was at a minister's conference, she was singing that to all of us. I didn't even know the darn story. But I knew that I was feeling a call, and I was scared to death. And also, it was my call. And so, you are brave, you are strong, you are able, you're willing. Sometimes someone has to tell you that. You have to see that emanated in another person. And that Matthew is behind that. I mean, this is the beauty of life, right? And it's much more than a parade. It's about acknowledging people whose lives have been lost and not acknowledged. And there's many reasons. It's not just pride. It's not just being gay. It's not just being black. It's all of it. And we can hold it all because we have the capacity as expressions of love and light. And we all struggle. We all suffer. We all feel uncertain. And so when we can just, you artists are the blessing of the world because you can sing it, you can draw it, you can make us feel it when our head says, well, no, wait a minute, let's get it. What time is it? What time is it? Right? So thank you for all of you who are artists, who share your light. And thank you all for having the courage to stand up, to say, this is my call, and I stand with you as you're breaking, because that's what we do. So thank you for being here. Thank you for staying late. I will ask you to sit down so we can do our offering blessing, which is very important. We just heard about that today. We have an opportunity to give of our good in support of what we're doing here, and this is what we're doing here, is healing the world heart by heart, mind by mind. So whatever you are planning to give, you can take it out now. If you give electronically, we thank you for that. There's information in your bulletin on how you can do that. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry we went late. And there's a QR code at the back that you can also scan to give electronically. Well, you going to do something else?
We're going to just close with As I Am.
As I am. Perfect. Okay. So however you are giving today, let's bless these love offerings together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am thankful.
Yeah, come on. The unity singers, come on. You know this song. Get up here, get up here.
We need to sing.
Because you know, before I was a superstar, I was a teacher. And my mother was a teacher. My grandmother was a teacher, okay? I come from a long line of teachers. We're going to do this over and over until I like what I hear. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. But just try to move your mouth, or I'll call you out in front of all your friends. I won't do that either. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here. I am whole as I am. Nothing can illuminate the darkness like a serenade. Nothing can make peace like a song. We've got a ways to go, but then we're closer than we've ever been. So let's walk together on and on. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here. I am whole as I am. I propose a family that looks a lot like you and me, including all the people that we love. Then we'll take a photograph of everybody as they laugh, put it in the book entitled Us. I am here, I am whole as I am. I am safe, I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole as I am. May song. It may seem just like a thought, but it soon will take hold and become a truth that's taught for generations and generations, generations. I am here, I am all as I am. I am safe, I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole as I am. One more time, okay? One more time. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. Oh, just as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm so grateful. I'm as perfect as can be. There is nothing wrong with me. I am here. I am whole as I am. Oh, just as I am. I am here. I am whole as I am. Oh, thank you, Unity Voices. Thank all of you. You're trying to get me to move here, aren't you? I can tell. I'll think about it.